right, exhaust bushing on the Cosmos 300. Remove the prop, already done. Then after that, we are going to be replacing this top bracket, this bushing, these bolts, and these springs. You can see there's some oil residue here just from the leaking. It's been about 60 hours on the unit, and we're gonna change it now. You're gonna remove this bolt, and this bolt. And I'm actually gonna go through and clean the exhaust joints and everything like that. So now we're removing the exhaust, all of those bolts on the side, the temperature sensor, along with all of the springs, and cutting the safety wire to remove those fully. After that, we take off the head piece on the cylinder, which is where the actual bronze bushing goes. And then after that, I just go and clean it, like to get it all nice and clean, take a look at the cylinder itself, be able to see the piston, etc. And then we replace that with the new grommet and bracket that goes under the exhaust. After that, we mount the exhaust, get the springs on there, and install the safety wire. All right, the exhaust is put on. We have got the new gasket, the new brass bushing, new springs, safety wire. Tighten all these bolts up. And make sure you torque these head bolts. And that's it. So in order to find the manuals for the Cosmos 300, we're just gonna go to flyproductsusa.com, go over to More, down to Motor Help, and then we can scroll down and you can see all of the engines with all of their corresponding manuals. We will simply click on Cosmos 300, and that is going to bring us to a Google Drive, which then pulls up the user manual, which you can double click on, and it'll pull up a savable user's manual that you can keep and have anywhere you need, along with the maintenance manual, which is the exact same thing. Just double click and save, and then we can go back and go right to the installation manual if you're installing it yourself. Now we're scrolling through the Cosmos 300 manual. The manual is very similar to the Moster 185 manual. Of course, it's talking about the Cosmos instead. Fast forward through a few parts. We get down to all of the specifications of the actual engine. Spark plug to use, maximum temperatures, RPM, idle, some thrust numbers, some weights, etc. And of course, will also let you know what you need to be running for oil and fuel mix. Scrolling on a little bit more. Right to the carburetor settings. We like to keep these at our factory settings after about 80 hours on our engine. We have not touched the carburetor settings in any way, shape, or form except for the idle. And then there is a good break-in procedure to follow, along with the entire ground breaking-in procedure and how you should do that when you own your own Cosmos 300.